Okay, there we go. I'm back. I don't know if that like stopped my stream completely. If it did, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for that. Let's see if this works. If this is back, please come back. Okay, I think it's back. I think that might have messed up the link. Okay, that sucks. Okay, so there was an issue with the memory. It was clogging up my computer with RAM, like unused RAM, so it was really slowing things down. And I think it was caching like a bunch of the video from this stream while generating out the actual like the AI stuff here, the image output. So I think there's like some buffering issue with running multiple programs like this. So we're not going to do that. So I might do it like I don't know how I'm going to do that then live on stream, because it'll mess with the camera and the stream, so that sucks. But yeah, so if you guys are slowly coming back, I'm so sorry about that. That was my fault. But it's back. So I think this, I guess we'll call this part 2, will be a little more about coding and all that stuff. So yeah, so we're gonna do that. So let's go through, and we're gonna leave that stuff there. I feel so bad. Oh man, I messed that up. I'm really sorry, guys. Yeah, okay. Oh well, it is what it is, you know? So let's go back, and I want to copy this, the Stable Diffusion, the model, and let's paste it here. It's 10 gigabytes, so it'll take a little while. Let's see. Yeah, so this is like 10 gigabytes. It's a big folder. So this is going to be the add-on. Let's see. I think it's going. Yeah, there we go. Okay, just double checking. You know what? Let me. I don't know if I can do this, but let's see. I'm gonna share. Copy this. Go back to YouTube. Yes. And we're gonna turn that down. We're gonna go to Studio. I think Studio. No, I want Channel. Yeah. I'm gonna post this link into this video, so I think some people might still be watching. Restarted. Technical issues. Haha. And how do I pin this? Pin. There we go. Pin. Okay. And I don't know if I can do the chat. If I can put something in the chat already? No, maybe not. Okay. Oh well. I feel so bad. I should not have done that. But anyway, we're back. So what happened, if anyone cares, is the memory here for my computer was getting really high. It was like climbing 19, 20 gigabytes. And there was an issue with OBS where it was, I guess I can crop this, I'll do that later, where it was sort of like catching up. So it had all this footage stored on my camera or on my computer, I think, and then it was just like playing it forward. So it was like speeding up. It was weird. Anyway, and I think it was caused by the GPU being at 100% usage, so it wasn't able to process the stream. And then I quit OBS, but then that stopped the stream, so I didn't mean to do that. But so that was an accident. Anyway, I'm back, and let's continue. So I'm not going to be doing any more prompts. I'll do that. I'll figure out another way to do that live or somehow. But let's actually create the add-on, because that's what the title of this is. So let's go ahead and do that. Anyway, so we have the source code here. So let's close this because we don't need that right now. We're going to reference that in the future. But let's go back to what we were originally doing. So we need to download a couple Python modules, and we need the user to verify those downloads. So let's go back here. We'll go to that Stack Overflow forum, and let's copy the, oh, yikes. I don't like it when it does that. Let's copy this. And we're going to go to a directory in Blender. So Blender has, I think it's here, users, temp, app data, roaming, Blender Foundation, Blender add-ons, cozy. Okay, and then I want to create a folder. I think a folder, or I can just create a script. So we're just testing out the code that's here on GitHub. So let's just call this, I don't know, test add-on dependencies. .py, yes. We'll open this. We'll paste this in here. There we go. Trust. Just always asking for permission. And we'll change this to 3.2.2, doctoring the Blender version that is supposed to run on. So that should work. We go back here, we refresh the add-ons. Should show up in the 3D viewport. Not sure where though. Oh, I might have to enable this. Add-on test. See what it's called one more time. Install, oh my god. Yes, trust. Install. Install dependent, oh, I have two. Oh yeah, I have two. Okay, I guess I already have this, but oh well, who cares? So it'll look like this, and I want to figure out how to get this to work like that. So we click install dependencies, it's got like this function here, example.install dependencies, and then if we go to the actual example tab, it'll give you just instructions. So after it installs the dependencies, it will have like the proper UI for the add-on. So let's try to figure out how to do this, how to like break down the example code that they have here, and let's just go through it. So this is Blender, like how Blender add-ons are structured. You got like this info that Blender reads. I don't like how they formatted that. That's so not cool. This isn't PyCharm. Okay, let's go down. So GNU, this is just a license. We can ignore that. So steal. Yoink. Yeah, I probably need to free up some storage. I need a bigger SSD. I'm getting to the point where I'm just like deleting. I'm just deleting random folders and caches. I don't even know what they do. Just on my system, just to free up some space, which is bad. I do have a lot of like hard drive, but I need SSD space. It's getting out of control. So here, let's see what this is. So this is some kind of special collections. I know I've messed around with collections, but I don't know exactly what it does. I've used it for some like mathematical array navigation. I think I can't remember what it was for, but it's got this looks like a function. Returns a new subclass of tuple with named fields. So it looks like it's like some formatting for some data. So that's fine. It looks pretty straightforward. Dependency, it looks like that is, I'm not sure what this outputs. Let's give this a try. So we need, so let's open this up. This is just shell. This is like a little Python playground, I guess you can think of it. We're going to import the modules it has here. So import collections, or no, from collections, import named tuple. Okay, that accepted that. And then we're going to paste that in. Oh, no, that was bad. We're going to paste that in. Dependency, oops. Man, butterfingers. We're going to paste in dependencies, so that works as well. So let's print dependencies. C, dependency. And it looks like it's some weird class. So let's print the type. So let's figure out what type that is. So it's some data type. I don't know what it is. Dependency. And class type. Okay, that's not very helpful. Name tuple. So I don't know how that works. I've never come across those before. Let's look maybe at the source code. Maybe that'll help. Probably won't. Returns a new subclass. Point tuple. Point docstring for the new class. Doc. So maybe it'll print that out. Oh. That's interesting. So there's a way of like defining a function for later, maybe? And like, so you can like define what the name of a function is here, but then that interferes with the variable name, doesn't it? Docstring. Positional arguments are keywords. I'm not sure what the difference is between that and a function though. Isn't that just the same? I'm just thinking out loud here. So this is confusing me. So I'm trying to break this down and figure out what this is. I could probably just Google it. Python collections. Let's see what that is. Collections container. So it's some kind of data type. I'm not sure what it is. Geeks for Geek is usually good. Type of container, like dictionaries. Yeah, it looks like a dictionary called named tuple, present in module collections, like dictionary. Okay, so it supports access for key, value, and iteration. Oh wait, no, it supports both access from key, value, iteration, the functionality that dictionaries lack. Interesting. I have no idea what that means. Okay, that's fine. I don't think that really matters, but let's go back here and just see how it's used. So it's telling us here, it's pretty straightforward. Declare all the modules that this add-on depends on. The package and the global name can be set to none. Package and the global name can be set to none if they are equal to the module name. See import module and ensure and import module for the explanation. Okay, so it's telling us to, so this is the main function that will import the modules. Also pip, install pip here. So it looks like it's got a lot of functions that we already discussed, which is good. So it's got a lot of pre-built stuff out, or it's got a lot of stuff that's already pre-built for us. So let's go back. I'm just trying to figure out how we can, like, if there's any like boilerplate stuff that we can get rid of. Dummy operator. Okay, so this is like a button. So this class here defines a button within the Blender Python UI, and it's just a example. So we can go here. I'm hesitant to install dependencies because I don't know what it installs, and an error message came up. So let's see what that is. Binary path. So they might have deprecated this. So it looks like there's an error, an attribute error that's coming up. bpy.app doesn't have binary path Python, which, if I remember correctly, is like the actual source for where Blender Python is installed, at least in older versions. So we're going to close that. So let's search where that is referenced here. So it's referenced twice. Check if pip is already installed. So let's see what happened to this function, because it looks like it doesn't exist anymore. So let's see where that went. Yeah, okay. So this guy has the exact same error message. So let's see what's going on here. 2020. So it looks like there might have been a change, a little bit around there. Okay, it was deprecated in 2.9 and removed for 2.92, or 2.91 and 2.92. In favor of system.executable by the following commit. As a result, the extension stopped working because the error on setup bpy.app blah blah blah. So, okay, that makes sense. Strange, but for me, system.executable returns path to the Blender executable. So it's not going to the actual Python thing. System.prefix, environment.py. Thanks for looking into this. It was reported to me on Blender chat a couple of minutes ago as well. Let's see. Simply use system, okay, executable for newer versions. Let's try that, but we have to import system though, which is fine. It's included in Blender anyway. Here are the few lines. Environment.py with the modifications fixed or issued. Fix the issues for me. Path, binary path, Blender path, Python path. So what do we use that Python path for? So process run bpy. Okay, so it's actually running. So yeah, it's running inside. Okay, so subprocess is a Python module. I'm sorry if this is very boring, but I need to think through this because this is like it's complicated. Anyway, so subprocess is a module that basically interacts with your system's console. So like this, you can type you can type like cd ... So we're going back up a directory into users, or we can go cd Torrin, which is my username for some reason cut off. And we can just navigate around. We can create new folders, we can delete folders, we can do all sorts of crazy stuff. So it's sort of a way of controlling your computer using simple commands. So it's like directly interfacing with it. And there's multiple ways of doing it. You can use command prompt, you can use PowerShell. Oops, PowerShell. I think the difference is they have elevated privileges. PowerShell has different privileges than command prompt. I don't know. I don't really understand the difference between these two, because they do different things, but then they should do the same thing. And I don't know. In my opinion, these should all just be one, because I've never run into an issue where having two command prompts, like consoles, is beneficial to having just one singular one, like Mac. I don't know. That's just me. But anyway, so subprocess, that's what subprocess does. So instead of you manually coming in here and saying like, oh, change directory to the previous one, you can just tell it to do that with Python. So that exact string, that cd space ... you can just place in here in this in these curved brackets, parentheses, in a string, and it will execute it in that command prompt. So it's really useful because Blender has its own command prompt. However, the issue is you have to actually like change directory, so what we just did, into Blender's sort of Python path. And that's what this is. So binary path Python is the path on your system when this add-on is loaded. It's the actual path to Blender Python, Blender's Python version. The issue is that that's been deprecated. It's been removed. So we this code here on Stack Overflow is faulty, and I'm not sure if anyone's figured this out yet. Oh, it looks like they have. Okay, so someone's changed this. I don't have to do any work. Wow, this is amazing. Let's see. I'm saying a lot because I'm like staggering my sentences while I think. I should be okay with silence. I know. It's just a habit. I said it's possible. Okay, 3.1. Thank you for the very detailed answer. Is it possible to specify the version of the dependency library to be installed, for example? Okay. Subprocess like that. So that looks exactly like the code that we should be using instead of the one that's here. I'm not sure what this env environ part. I'm not sure what this env environ part is here, right here, or what that does. Please keep in mind this will cause trouble when there is already a more recent matplotlib version. Okay, yeah. So there's going to be like dependency version issues, perhaps. System. Oh, I keep losing my spot. I'm trying to zoom in so you guys can read it as well, but oh well. Anyway, subprocess.run, system executable. So okay, yeah, let's just check this out. We'll get this, we'll grab that. And then let's try replacing it with this line here. Check if pip is already installed. So we're checking if pip is already installed. So I'm not sure if that will check it. Oh, we can just modify it, doesn't matter. Package name of the version. Okay, so there are two instances where we're using subprocess here. So one to check when pip is actually installed, if it's installed, and then the second one is to check if the package is already installed, or try to install the package. It may fail if this may fail with subprocess.called processor error. Okay, so that doesn't matter. Let's just convert this from the old way to the new way. And we have to import system. So we're going to import system. So that's a module that we use to interact with the system, I guess. I'm not too sure. Or I think it's just a read module, so you just get information from the system. So let's just check to make sure this is doing what we want it to do. So let's copy this version and delete that. We don't need that. Check true. Environ underscore copy. I'm not sure what that is, unless that's specifically related to this here. Let's see what that does, because that's confusing. Interesting. Okay, let's try that. And let's just leave. Where was it? Oh, up here. Okay, let's just leave that. We'll delete that, and then I don't know, because that's not a variable, and we're not using an environment, so I'm not sure what to do with that. But that's okay. We'll do that, and then I think we can just paste that in. No, we can't. We will paste this in. Oh. Yikes. Delete everything, no. Right here. Yes. And package name version. Not sure where we got the package variable. Okay, package name. Just package name. Oh, and you can include version in it as well. Okay, that's good. Package name, package name. Not sure what that does. Syntax. Okay, so that should work now. We haven't imported matplotlib, so let's import that. Unless it's not included. I don't think matplotlib is actually included in Blender. I could be wrong. Let's check. I made a Stack Overflow post about this, so let's see. Matplot. No, it's not. Okay. So let's not include that because it looks like it's going to install that for us. And if we have that, so if we try to import that in this file, so if we import matplotlib in this add-on file, it will fail because we're trying to import a file before Blender actually has it installed on its Python version. So in order to prevent a fail, let's just, it looks like we're going to import it somewhere else. Right down here. Install and import module. I think, let's search for it. Dependency, okay, yeah, so that's the package. Okay, I don't know what all this stuff is. I'm still trying to figure this out. Import module. So these are all just helper functions. Let's just close these so I can get a better understanding. Dummy operator executing, it just prints the output of whatever that is. I think that's some kind of, that's a function for matplotlib, I guess. I'm not too sure. But this is the panel for the UI, so it looks like this is the important stuff. And we're defining classes here. Warning panel, so that looks like that's going to be, so this is the panel after we've installed everything. Yeah, okay, that looks correct. So let's give this a try. So that should work. We'll install dependencies, so it looks like it's doing something. Nope. It looks like there's another subprocess somewhere. Oh no, we didn't reload the add-on, that's why. So Blender, you have to reload the add-on because it has the old one cached in its memory. So let's do that. Looks like something's missing. That seems worrying, but we'll ignore that. Let's go to preferences, dependencies. So let's, I actually want to remove one of these versions. Test library. Let's remove that because that's the one that, yeah, okay. Let's install. Still getting that error. So I think it's a different error now. Because we are, yeah, we are using that. Environ.copy is not defined. I thought I removed that. Okay, let's try searching for that. Oh, I guess I still have it there. Okay. So we removed that variable. I'm not sure what it does. And it looks like that's where it's defined only. So that's good. Let's refresh. Reloading. Install dependencies. It's doing something. Hey, there we go. Something's working. And it's installing. Okay, that's good. So it's installing a package, which is good. Ooh, gotta stretch. Okay. And no module named matplotlib. So that's concerning. Let me just read this error message here and see what it's doing. Older pip version, that's fine. Warning the scripts, font tools, ft merge, something, install, blah, 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 which is not on path. Consider adding this directory to path, or if you prefer to suppress this warning, use blah, 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 which we won't do because I don't know what that means. Successfully installed. Okay, so it installed these things. Parsing, it installed a bunch of modules, so that looks fine. Like pillow, and I'm not sure if these are dependencies of matplotlib. I'm assuming matplotlib depends on pillow because it's like a graphing module, and pillow is used for image processing, so maybe is using pillow to process the images that it outputs. I'm not too sure. So maybe that's a dependency. I'm not matplotlib dependencies. Just to verify, I just want to make sure that it's installing what it's supposed to install. Pillow, okay. For better support of animation output format and image file. Yeah, okay, so, ooh, latex. Latex is cool. And latex is a text. If I remember, it's like some mathematical software thing. I can't remember exactly what it's for, but it's used in a Python module called oh, I can't remember, but it's like some word processing thing for mathematics and physics and stuff. I don't really know. I used it a while ago, but I can't remember. I think it's like some font string formatting. I can't remember. Anyway, that's a side tangent. So it looks like it installed things it installed what we needed to install. So let's do a little test script here, if it will let me. There we go. Import matplotlib, and let's run that and see. Okay, so that's an error, so that's bad. No module found. Interesting. Let's try pillow, because I know it tried to install pillow there as well. And I couldn't find that either. What the heck? Maybe I gotta refresh the add-ons, maybe? It refreshes the script, so I'm assuming it refreshes Python as well. Let's try it in, let's redo, let's restart Leonard. And I guess we can just do it in here. Import. Oh, I guess is it pill or pillow? Import pillow. Okay, so it's not, you can't find them. Let's see what the add-on's showing. Oh, it's not here. Okay, that's weird. Let's go here, preferences, I think it was install. It's not enabled. Oh, I guess it didn't save that. So let's install dependencies again and see what it does. No module named matplotlib, that's weird. So it is getting the correct directory. And installing it there because it's going to, although it is, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, so check this out. So it's looking at my actual Python version installed on my computer instead of the one installed in Blender. So from, what is that? From matplotlib version, whatever. Interesting. So it's trying to read the versions that are already, it's saying that it's already installed on my system. However, it's using, interestingly enough, it's using pip within Blender. right there. So there's something wrong with that, and I don't know what it is. So maybe there's like a path that's wrong, or maybe that's the environment thing that I deleted. Let's see. Crocodile. Where was it? There we go. Oh, no worries, Daniel. I just saw your message now. I'm sorry. I've been so caught up with the code. So let's see. Maybe that environment copy actually means something, but it's not mentioned anywhere else, which is weird. Let's print that. Just give that a try. We'll print that out. Gets stuck for some reason. Okay, what did that say? Python, so it takes it to the python.exe file inside Blender, which is good, but for some reason it keeps messing up the path. Try to do this. So it looks like it's getting confused with the directory. Let's try to figure this out. So pip. So are we using that pip module? I'm assuming not. So it's using subprocess. So maybe that's an outdated method. This was, when was this? 2021. Okay, this is pretty recent. Let's cross-check this using our CIA skills. Let's look at the dates. So this was 2020. So maybe something's changed since then. Or maybe this way is just better. For Windows with no special permissions and from Blender Python script only, install package you want from Blender script tqdm for a given example below. Not sure what that user tag does. Maybe just for the current user. From Blender consoles. From Blender console. Installs packages. Which is not on path. Okay. Ooh. Huh. Update. Okay, there's some updates here. Let's see. yeah, but we want it to be script based, not Blender has its own Python installation. Libraries you can try to install your packages to Blender directly. Minder, for example, blah blah blah. Not sure why. Yeah, so instead of using subprocess, let's just try to use the pip module, because I know Blender has pip installed already. So let's try to use that instead of subprocess, because subprocess it might be getting the wrong directory. I'm not sure why, but that seems to be what is going on here. So instead of system, or no, yeah, instead of, we won't need system. Let's import pip. And we won't be needing oh no, sorry, I guess home processor environ pop. I'm not sure what this does, but let's try and do this. So we'll do this. Down here. Whoops. Oh. So I installed all those. All those modules I just ran, or I just installed with pip, installed to my system. So not Blender's version. So let's try. I'm not sure what these flags do, or these tags do. No, we just want to Python pip module get version. Pip version. Can we do that inside Python though, without using the command? Blah blah blah. No, probably not. So maybe we have to just figure out what's going on here. To exclude the user site packages, otherwise pip will think requirements are already satisfied. That's weird. Okay, so I'm thoroughly confused then, because I don't know why that's doing that. Because pip should be installed here, I'm assuming. Oh, system error, okay. Download, okay, that's fine. Help. Weird. When we do this, we do that, that actually prints out the path that we should be installing things to. But maybe that okay, so maybe I have an idea. Maybe this needs to be to pip instead. Huh. Okay, let's go to this directory and see what's there. And I'm sorry I'm being so quiet. I'm trying to think. When my brain is going, I can't talk. Oh, okay. No, we don't want that. That's just opening up Python. Bin. Okay, that's more like it. Let's see. Okay, we got Python, bin, DLL, S, library, collections. Okay, so these are all the things that are here. The Python modules. We have logging, lots of stuff. JSON, that's a big one. Let's go back. Or no, we want to go lib. Where is it? Lib, site packages, pip, site packages. There we go. PIP. There we go. So this is the path that we want the thingy to be in, I think. So we're going to use the OS module to manipulate this directory right here, because this is calling the executable that Python is currently executing in when it's at runtime. So instead of this, let's try, we're going to use this, but we have to rip something out of it and then, or no, we have to go back to directories and then go into the library, site packages, and then pip. I think if that's correct. I'm just double checking because I don't know. Let's see. Okay. os.path. Or no. What do I want to do? That's a string. Oh yeah, I guess os.path.join. Yeah, let's do it like that. I forget how you go back up a directory. os.path, go up one directory. There we go. It's always like the first thing. It's so creepy. Like reads my mind. Double quotes. Okay, double. It's good. So we're going to go back up one directory because we're getting the system executable for Python. We're going back up one directory, and just to check our roadmap. Not really roadmap. What am I looking for? To you. Why do I have two things? Nope. We want you. So we're currently in, so if we go to Python, we're in bin. We're in bin. So that's bin. So we go back up a directory. That's in, no, because that gets the file. Oh, I'm not sure if I tried, yeah, that should go back up. So if we remove, we have to remove os dot Python remove get base directory of file path. Rel path. Okay, that's what it is. Real path. OS real path. Blah blah blah. So we'll do that. This is just very repetitive stuff. And I guess I should import system again. Import system. That would probably work. Probably help. So we get rid of that, and then we go back up one directory to bin, I think, from bin to Python, and then we need to go to lib. So we'll attach lib, then site packages, then it should be the pip folder. lib site packages pip. And that should be it, I think. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know what a dot typed file is. Let's look that up. Dot typed file format. Storage encoded for storage in a computer file. Very specific. Thank you, Wikipedia. That helped. I have no idea what that does, but let's see if that will solve our woes. That should. I mean, let's double check this to make sure we're getting the right, whoops, the right directory. And we'll run this within Blender here, like this. Okay, that is messing everything up. So let's run that. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like red. OS is not in. Okay, that's not bad. Whoa, what happened? There. Where does that take us? Let's see. So we go here, we go to a new file. Oh my goodness. Go to a new. I do not like that. Why does it do that? There we go. File Explorer. Windows can't find blah 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 blah. What does real path do? Because that's not doing anything right now. Print real path. So this is just really boring. Just trying to get the right directory. Real path. So that's not doing anything. Let's do. What was it? os.path split. I think was it? I think it was that. Yes. Okay. Except it does that weird thing with the double brackets for some reason. Because I don't know if it's either Blender that does the double bracket, double backslash, or a Windows thing. I think it's both, but for some reason in different contexts, I'm not entirely sure. And we're getting the first one, so we're going to do 0. So we're indexing that list. So a list, we've now created a list of items in this for this directory. So we've basically, this is just a string that we've split up. Sorry, this one right here, and we're just trying to get this part, this little bit here at the end. So this python.exe, we're trying to get rid of that. So we split that here, and then we are going to take this part, turn it back into a real directory. So we need os.path.real path. We'll do that. So that should work, hopefully. Print that. We need to get you out of select mode, which it did. Okay, that's perfect. Then we need to navigate back up through here and go to pip. So we're going to add this to this. And then I'm going to do os.path. No. What are we doing? os.path.join. And I think we're going to delete one of the brackets within here and add one out here. And that should work really well. It does have that there though. But let's see where that goes. Come on. I know this is very boring, but this is like, okay, it worked. Yes. I was so worried it wouldn't work. Okay, so we got the correct directory. Now, that looks really complicated, but it's not. It's just a lot of grinding and just, it's a puzzle. I love it. But, okay, so this code right here, I'd be very sad if I deleted that by accident. So I'm going to go back here, and we're going to paste this bad boy right there. One more over. There we go. I guess it'd be smarter if we define that as a path variable up here. Oops, daisy. Pip. Blender. I gotta follow Pep 8. I can't. Pip-der Blender. Pep 8 is a formatting for Python code. It's just to make it fancy for corporates to look at your code for some reason. I don't know. It's some weird thing. I like it. It looks nice, but I'm trying to follow it more so I can put that on my resume, I guess. So we're going to include that variable here, so that we can be all fancy and dynamic. Why are you showing me an error message? Delete. Oh, right, because you're still there. There we go. Okay, so it should have the Blender pip directory there, and we did all that. So let's duplicate that, because I think we have another function down here that needs that thingy as well. And I forget what that m flag. I think that m flag is Python tag m module. M option allows you to execute a module or package as a script. Oh, and if you guys are wondering why these things are showing up here, I'm using this little add-on, this Chrome extension called grepper. It's really cool. Like you get a lot of like, it's like Stack Overflow, but directly inside your browser. It's really cool, and it's for all the languages like Python, Haskell, C++, JavaScript, everything. And it just shows you like community upvoted things, you like upvote and stuff. So it's like Stack Overflow, but right there, I guess. I don't know. It's pretty cool and fun. But yeah, so it looks like that is a Python flag. So we might be able to get away with having this in direct like pip directory, because I think that's what it wants. If not, we're gonna have to switch this around to back to system executable, which failed for some reason, so I don't know why. But let's just run it and see what it does. Unlink, I don't care anymore. I just want it to work. Okay, so that's good. Let's bring up the edit preferences. And let's refresh this. Please. Let's see this. So I have a hotkey that does this. So it goes to system and it reloads the script. So I just have Control R and it reloads the script. So whenever you make a change to your code, Blender doesn't realize it because it's running already, and it hasn't like recalled, I guess, what's actually stored on the system. So it's in the RAM, I think. And so it needs to like refresh the Python that's in its memory. So it's like doing that right now. So that's one of the biggest pains I've found while developing Blender add-ons like Blend My NFTs, is that you'll make a change in the code base, and then eventually like you go back to Blender and you're like, oh, this should all work, and then you're still seeing like the same code. And I just remember like I could very quickly on my Mac quit Blender, open it up again via the terminal, and then reinstall the add-on. I like did that like hundreds and hundreds of times developing early stage Blend My NFTs, until I realized that there's an actual shortcut you can create up here, and I think it was actually baked into Blender at a later date. I can't remember, but yeah, that's an interesting thing. So let's do that. Access denied. Okay, that's bad. Oh, this is frustrating. This is really frustrating. So it looks like we're not allowed to have access. So when error 5, access denied. Let's look that up. Error 5, access. There we go. Let's see what that means, because it might just be a path error. Like it actually doesn't know where the path is. But I think that's when error 3, not 5. For instance, this as well. Solution is usually to be sure to run the program as admin. Right. Okay. Huh. I don't want it to. So here's the issue. So there's like a permission thing where you need permission to install the packages inside Blender because it's like a running program, I think. But in order to do that, you need to run Blender via like admin permissions. So you need to like go, oh my goodness, I got a lot of stuff open. So you need to go, oh my goodness. So you need to go here, right click, and then I forget how you do it actually. Or run as administrator, right there. So you need to do that, but that's like, who does that? I mean, come on, I know it's right there, but like, you double click on the on the shortcut here, and that opens Blender. So I want it to be, I want it so you can do it like that. I don't want to invoke, I don't want someone to have to restart Blender as an administrator, because they might not have a password or something like that. It might not be their thing. So I want to find a way, like there should be a way, because it didn't mention, no one mentioned in here that you need administrator privileges, at least in this original version, before the change from binary Python, or binary path Python to system dot, what was it? System dot executable. So that is very interesting. He does have a GitHub. Oh, check the updated version of this example on GitHub. I didn't even see that. Okay, brilliant. Let's see here. Let's see if he changed it. System. Okay, it looks like he did change it from the Blender thing. So let's go ahead and install this again, because it wasn't like that on the thing. Lazy, lazy, lazy. So look what this guy did. This is so infuriating. So I mean, I'm very thankful that this guy actually posted this. Like, thank you, Robert. This is really helpful. But you went back, you edited, please check GitHub for the updated version of this example add-on. And that's fine. That's fine. But you didn't copy and paste the new code in the thing here. I don't think I can edit this. I wish I could. Or maybe I can, yeah, edit. Okay. Nah, I won't do it. I don't feel that confident in this community to do that. But yeah, he left the old code in the Stack Exchange post. Ugh, that's mildly infuriating. Anyway, so we have updated code. I'm assuming we don't have to monkey around with any system weird pip stuff. So this should work. Let's copy all that. Delete all of our work. Control Shift A or Shift Command A. That's good. Refresh Blender. There we go. There we go. Edit preferences. 3D viewer. Install dependencies. Pretty please. Error could not install packages due to OS error 13, permission denied. Oh well. Consider using the user option or check the permissions. What is the user option? 6 pi parsing Python. Okay. Looks like we're still running into a permissions thing. So what is this user flare? Or user flag, not flare. Pip install user. What is that? Maybe it installed it. Who cares? Because it was downloading something there. So let's check and do a quick thingy. So import matplotlib. What? That's the wrong thing entirely. Okay, so no. We're so close. Okay, that's really unfortunate. Let's see what it has here. Preferences add-on, please install the missing dependencies. Okay, so maybe there's no way around it. So we'll have like step by step. We'll say restart Blender, run as administrator, because maybe there is no way around it. So can we install Python? I'm just seeing if this is possible. I just want to know. I do not have admin rights on my work laptop. Blah 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 blah. Someone's old, but this can help others. M flag M. Let's see. Subprocess M, so it does have the M flag, so that doesn't matter. Version, but where is the other one? Package name. So if we did do that user tag with like ---- user, that wouldn't affect. Oh, this end thing is here. I don't know what that's reference to. Dict os dot and oh, environment. Python user site equals 1. I'm not sure what that does. Copy. Oh, create a copy of the environment variables and modify them for the subprocess call. Blender disables the loading. What does this say? Okay, so that's fine. It's so frustrating. Yes, the controllers. I don't know if anyone's listening, but yes, these controllers, I use them for Beat Saber. I play Beat Saber quite often, and the holding them in your hand, like gripping onto them, it's very not stressful. What's it called? It puts a lot of you're holding it, right? So you're like actually engaging your fingers and exercising your fingers when you're like swinging and stuff. So what this does is it just has like a strap on your wrist, so it sort of attaches the controller to your thing, so you're not slipping down. But yeah, these are pretty cool. I think they were like $80. They're really good. Kiwi something on Amazon. But yeah, I had one of their older models. It wasn't as big as that. These ones add like about that much to the controller. I have fairly large hands, so I need a lot of space to grab on for grip. But yeah, these are I've just had them for a few days, and they're pretty good so far. And yeah. Thanks for asking. Right. Let's see. So let's just give it a try. Let's say that, oh well, we can't get around it. Don't save. We're gonna close that. We're gonna shut you down. Not shut you down. What's it called? Minimize you. We're gonna run it as administrator because it is right there. So, oh well. Let's say we're doing this. Example tab. Blah blah blah. Dependencies, and I'm gonna make the steps pretty clear that you need to run Blender as an administrator, and I'll mention that in the documentation for the GitHub repository. So let's click that and let's see. Hopefully we don't get any red down here. Fingers crossed. Pretty please, just work. Hey, something worked. Dummy operator. Okay, it did work. Yay. That's really cool, actually. That's awesome. So, and even the button disappears. So I'm gonna make it so that preferences tab disappears entirely. That's so cool. Okay, so just run it as an administrator, which is fine. We're assuming that most people have administrator privileges. If you don't, oh well. Because this is a pretty advanced thing, and to be honest, like from a usability standpoint, it does make sense because you're not. No one's running this on their laptop. Like it's 10 gigabytes of a brain essentially generating these images, and it's very graphics intensive. Like you need like a 3080 or larger or more powerful. You're not going to be able to run this on a MacBook Pro, for example. So that's fine. We'll go through and we will do it with administrative privileges, which is fine. I'm a bit disappointed, but can't complain. I can't complain. So yes. Now what? Now what are we gonna do? I closed that thing by accident. My bad. Come back. There we go. Okay, so all this stuff is here. I have no idea what most of this stuff does, so we're gonna be doing a lot of copying and pasting and getting this stuff into our actual Python add-on right here. So I have a lot of different formats. Where is it? Come back. Like that, and then like that. I don't like Windows management. It's very clunky, and I just don't like it. Too much like stuff to move around. Anyway, and I'm going to close you. How do I close you? Minimize. There we go. Okay, so it's going to be version 1. Very low. That doesn't matter, so we can basically just delete all of this. And as I go through this, I'm going to remove it so that I don't have to look at it. I might copy and paste some of the comments just so that I know what's what. Other than that, I think that's it. So we're going to use dependencies. We're going to change that because I don't like that name. Refactor. We're going to change this to nope. Come back. Dependency. Or maybe we need it to be dependency. I'm not sure. Installed. Package in global. Okay, maybe not. Let's just leave it alone. I'm too scared to touch it because it'll break, and I know it will break. Let's copy these and place it here. I'm not sure what I did with temp file. What did I do with that? Oh, maybe like some logging stuff. I can't remember. No, user input save path temp file. I don't know why I imported that. That's weird. And I like having my files from like smallest to largest, like the importing of the mod. I don't know why, it just looks cool. It's like hacker stuff. But anyway, so we'll have all our Python modules there. Helper functions, I think all these we can copy. Oopsie. Close you. We're gonna copy all of this and put it into a helper function. Right there. It might be better if we move this to another file in the future, but right now, as we're programming this out, I don't think that's necessary. In Blender, you typically don't want to clutter your like init file because that's like the initiation of the add-on, and that's all the UI. So you want to keep it really small. I'm thinking because in Blend My NFTs it's huge. Like init.py is like over 1,000 lines of code. So I'm thinking about moving all the UI elements specifically to a different file. So it's just like the registering of the add-on itself, just to declutter things, because there's so many systems going on now with the whole running from a console and everything headlessly. So it's way more complicated. But anyway, I think we pasted that in. So this is going to be the main function that we're going to call stable diffusion. We're going to close that. User input's going to go in there. Dependency. Let's move this down because we are not going to be touching that for a little while. We want to import the modules first. And let's see here. So the next thing I want to do, so we don't need this dummy operator. We'll reference this just to see where the functions go. Other than that, I think what we want is this. So the example PT panel, 3D viewport. So that's in the actual example. For dependency, independencies. Where is dependencies? Where is that? I guess I can go to the definition. Command. Let's see, matplotlib package. Yeah, so it's only for importing non-Blender library, non-Blender like pip library modules, not your locally stored thingies. Okay, so I'm gonna take a quick break. I have to use the bathroom. I don't know if my camera is still going. Is that? Oh well. Let me check. My phone might have died. I think my camera died there. That's odd. I think there's something wrong with my camera because it keeps messing up. Remove, sure. Let me add it again. Oh, wait. What is going on? One sec. My camera is messing up now. on now. My camera seems to be having an issue. So that's unfortunate. Not sure how long that's been happening for. Quite a while, it looks like.